And for those brave right-wing Americans who say it's all about keeping America's independent and safe, if you want to fight against the country, you need an F-15. You need something a little more than a gun.
That's the best you can get out of it. So what do you tell those people? Vote Republican.
So I have great people on both sides. Lots of great people on both sides. I know Harry, he's a great person. He couldn't vote for me at the time.
Assalamu alaikum rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Wa alaikum assalam rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
What's going on, Habibis? I'm Siraj Hashmi.
I'm Jay Kobbe.
And we're the Habibi Bros. Welcome to another episode of Habibi Power Hour on Rumble. But we're also on YouTube and Twitch. And most importantly, Jay, we're on Locals, where you get our most raw, unfiltered thoughts. And you get it for a month free by using our promo code JenRuben69. Takbir. Can I get a takbir?
Allahu Akbar.
Takbir.
Takbir.
Allahu Akbar. How you doing, Jay?
I'm ana khair. Alhamdulillah.
Mashallah, mashallah. Habibis. We are it seems like a weird it's a busy week, Jay. A lot happening. But right.
I feel kind of disconnected, like in terms of like what I would be, because I haven't been online for like fucking 2 weeks almost. I just been retweeting some shit, not reading some shit. I feel like out of the loop.
Do you feel a little bit liberated? So this is like a lot of like new stuff that you're about to like learn.
Oh, I can't wait.
Right?
It's gonna rage me. And the thing is like I don't feel liberated. I feel like I've been bottling it up like so much.
Okay, so this is perfect. This is basically what all the Habibis have been waiting for, right?
Absolutely. It's going to blast all over your face, just like I did Damien's mom.
Oh, very good. Very good. So before we get into...
That's where he gets it from.
Okay, so before we get into the fun stuff of the show, obviously, on a more serious note, Pakistan, which is basically where I grew up, in addition... Well, I was born in the United States, but I grew up in both the U.S. and Pakistan. Going through the worst fucking floods that you can imagine. I don't know what they said. It was like the worst of. It was like a 500-year flood or something like that. Over 1,100 people. Yeah, over 1,100 people have died. 3,500 others have basically been injured, and 33 million have been affected by this monsoon season. In mainly the Sindh province, which is downstream of the Indus River. I don't expect anybody to know the geography of Pakistan. It's very complicated. But of course, because it's my homeland, we did this when Beirut had that big explosion, right? So yeah, like I can't like not say anything about it. Obviously, it's terrible. Luckily, my family's okay. I don't have any Alhamdulillah. I don't have any family in the Sindh province. Most of my family is up north, or they're in Ohio.
IT technician help offices.
Yeah, they're basically if you talk to any of my cousins because your iPhone isn't working, just send them my salam.
Is that why when I was calling IT support, like it was disconnected?
I mean, I guess.
I needed help.
Look, I'm sorry, man. Well, look, so one thing that we wanted to do was to like highlight charities that were giving money to the victims of these floods. But I can't like endorse any of them because I have no idea where that money is going. And I
love how much research you did into this. That's amazing.
I did so much research
about it so deeply, but not enough to read 15 minutes on what these organizations do.
And Carl getting in here with his fucking white privilege saying, "Stop Pakistan explaining geography to me, Siraj." I don't appreciate that tone, okay? Anyways, the very first charity that Spencer pulled up for us was the fucking UN. And of course,
Oh, Jesus, fuck.
there's no way I'm giving any money to the UN. They already take enough of our taxpayer money. And
Right.
And they're working on this like quote unquote report, like basically stealth editing it on the Uyghur genocide. We all know they're just going to sanitize the shit out of it. So they don't deserve our money. So
No.
and the days and weeks ahead, as we do, flesh this out, if we flesh this out a little bit better, kind of like my fleshlight, we'll start including more links on like, if you really want to help out and you really have, if you want to help the flood victims.
Hey, if you want Pakistani children to get raped, donate to the UN.
See, we talk about a serious subject and we put just a Habibi spin on it. So
I'm just saying, they have a really good track record on doing that, other than like fucking helping people.
It's on Jay. Like that's the thing when we talk about the UN, I have zero confidence that they will be able to help anyone whatsoever. They cannot even help themselves. What was that? What was that Prison Mitch comment? Spencer gonna have us donating to ISIS and the Taliban. Oh man. So tonight, we're thinking about the flood victims, obviously, but Jay, our hearts are obviously with you tonight, as you are going to be fined $420,069 for keeping your lights on, as California is going through these blackouts. And
you know what's really funny about all of that? The blackouts happen in like in like the poorest, most neediest places. It's not going to happen here. I'm not going to get a blackout here. I'm too rich to get a blackout over here.
5 seconds later, the stream shuts off. Okay, so like this and we lost them. I hope you guys like my presidential Ernie portrait. You like that?
It's funny that you got that portrait before any postcards were sent out. That they were supposed, like, okay,
the thing
guys,
we're supposed to
listen,
do.
and people don't even understand unless they were like here from the beginning and like diehard supporters who first supported us on Patreon. There was a tier, and in that tier, you were promised postcards.
Mm-hmm.
When were you promised these postcards? 2019.
Actually, technically, it was in 2019. It was January 2021. So it's still under 2 years, but definitely waited too long.
Way too long. And we're even going to do like a proper joke about it, where we would send it Happy New Year on on Easter. It's like even still giving you like a 3-month head start.
Well, hold on, Jay. You know what's coming up? Come. Rosh Hashanah, the Jewish New Year. I can literally send Happy New Year postcards to the Jubibis, or at least the Jewish members of the Habibi community.
Very good.
With a Happy New Year postcard, and it'll be right on time. Although
there you go.
Have to go back
doubt it.
and
I fucking doubt it. Don't even jinx it like that. You're going to say it's going to be on time. Never. When have you been on time?
Prison Mitch was it? No, Spencer, pull that up. Jesus Christ, he expects me to read at lightning speed. I can't read this stuff.
I know, he brings it up and takes it out.
I am a boomer. I have to read. I need my glasses. I need my glasses to read this. Californians headed into work because Newsom won't let them charge the electronic vehicles he forced them to buy.
Why is when you do that accent, it's anti-Semitic?
Really?
Oh, it's like a typical dork Jew. Like that is what it like the guy from Family Guy, the red fro. Yeah. You're just anti-Semitic. I don't understand how M puts up with it. It's probably because she's Islamophobic, but I mean, still.
It's like Mort or something. Jewish. Who was the Jewish character? Mort Goldman. That's right.
Yes,
it's Mort.
That's what it sounds like. It's like
Goldman.
Oh my god!
I can literally do this voice for years. Let's go pull up that screen, shall we? Family Guy Jewish character. There he is.
It's too good. It's
who I'm channeling. More Goldman.
Oh my God. It's a Pakistani white Muslim who is doing an anti-Semitic voice. I mean, there's no denying it. In this day and age, it's amazing we haven't been taken off.
I know. Or drone strike. One of
Or
those two. So Jay, how are you dealing with these blackouts? First of all, one thing that's interesting of note is the fact that this particular development, if you look at the tweet, it says set thermostats to 78 degrees or higher, avoid using large appliances and charging electric vehicles,
You.
and turn off unnecessary lights.
Hey,
Jay,
Nate, what the fuck is that? I'm sorry, we're not all Taylor Lorenz and fucking dumb as shit. That's not fucking feasible whatsoever. 78. Do you know how hot I get? Do these people not understand? This is like Islamic, Arab phobic, whatever. I have a lot of hair. I got a lot of hair. Like it has to be set at like 68, 69 for when I get home.
very nice.
And even when I'm not home, I set it at like 72, 73. So it's running all fucking day. So when I come home, it's nice and cool. It's like 110 degrees out there. Who the fuck are these people setting these fucking standards?
So yeah, it has to be Taylor Lorenz. That was my first thought as well. But also, Jay, how does that impact your ass eating game? Does it make it easier, harder?
Okay,
Harder.
so just so you know, the more humid and heat there is, the tastier the ass. Like
Okay, so
right after hot yoga,
so it's a trade-off.
right after. Well, I mean, it is a trade-off, but at the end of the day, you know, you can still set it down after you had your fun.
That's true. Got to set that ass down. But this is ass lighting right here. This is gaslighting, ass lighting, whatever you want to call it. It is sad day in America.
I fucking guarantee Gavin Newsom does not set his thermostat at 78 degrees.
Bro,
I fucking guarantee it. I want a live feed of his fucking thermostat for 24/7. That's all it is. It's like it's Newsom thermostat watch. That's all that I want to see. I know for a fact that piece of shit would not have it at 78 degrees. No.
Do you think
he wouldn't do it?
I don't think he'd do it either, but do you think that he would invite any like dads over? Because obviously dads have, internal thermostat detectors and they can tell, if anyone's messing with the thermostat, if the HVAC unit is on and it's lower than 78 degrees, dads can tell that shit. Right?
No, absolutely. It's honestly, I think it's for the best that I don't have kids because like
Jay, we already know what about all the illegitimate kids that you already have.
Whoa. I told you that in confidence. It's only 4. Like, come on. And it was funny because one of them was conceived from anal. But
Jesus.
Okay. No, really. I'm like I get like there's a jihad raging inside me if somebody touches the thermostat when I'm trying to sleep.
Man. There's something about it, like, and I know it doesn't really get cold in California, but it's gonna get cold pretty much everywhere else, not Florida. But knowing this energy crisis, it's been much has been discussed about it. Gas prices on the rise, electricity bills going up, inflation obviously affecting all that shit. Blackouts obviously aren't gonna, like, they're not gonna help anyone, obviously. But the fact that this shit is happening in Europe, if you've been following what's happening over there, because of places like Russia having all the oil and basically giving it all. Making. There's actually a great tweet about this. I think Shadi Hamid actually pointed this out just in the last few days, but specifically how prescient President Trump in 2018 at the United Nations when he what?
Prescient. Don't use your fucking words.
I can't use words here now, Jay.
Dude, Habibis are watching. So
that's true.
Please.
All right. Sorry.
Something smaller.
He predicted that.
Why the fuck didn't you just say that?
What?
Predicted.
Because it's got the word dick in it.
Well, I know that gets you like 2.5 inches hard, but still.
It does, yeah. Anyways, back to what I was saying. He predicted that Germany and by default the rest of Europe would be basically reliant, dependent, begging at the mercy of Russian oil. And fast forward 4 years, and that's exactly what the fuck is happening. You have Germany, all of Eastern Europe.
Of course.
You have even parts of Western Europe. They're gonna like France, for example, or France.
France. I'm sorry, you're so cultured. Yes, France. France. Escargot. Wee pee pee.
Wee pee pee. Yo, so France you had Macron basically saying to his people,
France.
there are blackouts gonna happen throughout the rest of the year. Macron. You're gonna have blackouts happening throughout the rest of the year as the entire continent gets cold.
Of course, because these people are fucking retarded. Look, we're demonetized already, so it's okay. They're fucking retarded. All of these people are retarded. They don't think 3 steps ahead of what makes it look like they're the good people, that they're morally like sound and they care about, floods in Pakistan. Nobody gives a shit. They care about their air conditioner being at 68 degrees. That's what people care about.
No, they really do. Did you say 69?
69.
Why would you do that to me?
Degrees.
Why would you do that to me, Jay?
69. But the funny thing is, the real funny thing is that they claim to care about the climate as much as they do, but they feel that it is absolutely fine and necessary to get oil from countries that have no regulations, that don't give a flying fuck about what's going to happen to the environment. It's not like if a car is running in the United States is causing floods in Pakistan, then the way that Russia is getting oil is causing it too. So there's no justification just because you're saying you're not the one doing it.
Right.
You're doing it worse because you're getting rid of your nuclear power plants that cause 0 emissions to go and make sure that there is more output coming from countries that don't give a fuck.
So what also makes this all the more insulting is the fact that in addition to that, we have NPR tweeting out this little gem right here that says, the article titled, "Why Even Environmentalists Are Supporting Nuclear Power Today." And the tweet.
No, not even. It's saying an environmentalist help lead the push. Fuck you and fuck NPR.
Jay, I was literally about to read the fucking tweet.
I apologize. I'm sorry. That's like enraging me already. Just seeing that, it's getting me so pissed because that's absolute horseshit. They didn't lead anything. This is bullshit.
Hold on, Jay. You know what I have? I have a term for this now.
Tell me.
Premature ejaculation.
Ejaculation. Exactly right. Sorry, I read way too far ahead. It got me going. I told you it's bottled up right now.
You came into it hard. You busted all over it.
All over it.
Anyways, the tweet reads resistance to nuclear power is on the decline worldwide, and environmentalists help lead the push. Here's why it's gaining support. Fuck out of here. That is bullshit. You literally have tweets from fucking Greta Thunberg, who is probably still stuck in the 8th grade because she skipped so much school. And
also she's kind of retarded, so she was never really going to go that far.
What do you think? Hold on, Jay. Hold up. Jay, are you saying what I think you're saying? Are you saying what I think you're saying, Jay?
That she's on the spectrum, or that she's
no. We know that. No. That there's something even bigger than that. That Greta Thunberg literally did this because she couldn't pass the 8th grade.
Well, yeah. That's absolute. That's
Would it-
true. It's
Wouldn't that
absolutely
actually make
true.
her like? Wouldn't that actually make her a fucking genius though? Like, think about all the like, how she's been. I wouldn't say it's all hers. I'm sure she was like chosen as like a face by the environmentalists to be like the Gen Z, activist du jour, focusing on climate change. France. Anyways, Michael Schellenberger, who is running for, is he still running for? what is he
No.
running for?
He lost recall. California voters are fucking retarded, so it's not gonna. They're full of like people who have actual like Greta Thunberg fucking candles and shit in their fucking living rooms.
Okay, all right.
It was never going to happen properly.
All
We're
right, so
going to have even worse fucking homelessness, and the environment problems are going to just get even worse and worse. And they're going to blame it on fucking a mom of 6 getting in her fucking van and driving to the fucking soccer games and shit. These people make me absolutely fucking sick. When I say these people, I mean like the Newsoms, California voters, fucking retards. They make me sick.
They literally make my dick invert. That's how bad it is. Jay, this tweet inverted. From. I mean, it's always inverted. Apart from any day that ends in Y, it's inverted. Basically, Michael Schellenberger, who is the author of San Francisco.
Great book, by the way.
Definitely. Actually, you know what?
I can't read. I can't read. So it was actually an audio book, and it was read by the voice of Barney. That's the only way I can retain information.
Which Barney?
Barney. I love you. You love me. Barney the dinosaur. Yeah.
He's reading audiobooks now?
Absolutely. You can get it in any voice you want.
No, fuck. Oh, you can get it in any voice. What app are you using?
Audio. What is it? Audiobooks or whatever. Audible. Yeah. Thank you.
You can get Barney the dinosaur to read. Can you get Kermit the Frog?
Absolutely. And you can also get an anti-Semitic voice. You can get an anti-Semitic voice to do it too.
No, what I was going to say, Jay, is that what we need to do is we need to get 50 Shades of Grey and have it read in Kermit the Frog's voice.
No, if you did it, it would be even more hilarious. If you did it as your fucking no, you're anti-Semitic accent. You're anti-Semitic.
Jewish voice.
Oh, absolutely. Especially when it gets to the steamy parts. Yes. Or you know what?
What?
One part could be the Pakistani accent. The other part can be
How about the dialogue?
And then this is what,
the dialogue has to be that. Like you could have like I could try to do like normal voice and like the narration and stuff.
Oh God, I could just imagine you going to him and being like, "Isn't this hot? Let's try and do this ourselves."
Is this? Oh baby, this is so hot. Do you like it? Say my name. Oh, say my name. Say my name.
Do you want it harder?
Do you want it harder? Baby girl, do you want it harder? Ken and Hodges, 50 Shades, and Baki and Jen Rubin voices. Oh, yeah, it's got to be Jen Rubin.
Oh, my God. That would be absolutely fucking ultra. No, stop it.
All right. I need to read this tweet from Michael Schellenberger about Greta Thunberg because obviously we had to have that.
I forgot my vape.
I need to go get it. I'll read this tweet. Right. I'll read this out.
Read that out. I'll be right back.
Okay. All right. Michael Schellenberger tweets out, Greta Thunberg says she cares about climate change. This is tweeted today. But thanks to her demonization of nuclear energy, her native Sweden shut down its nuclear power plants and is now burning oil for electricity. Just look at that Lotus Ray. That's from July 5th. In which Greta tweets, tomorrow the European Parliament will decide whether fossil gas and nuclear will be considered sustainable in the EU taxonomy. But no amount of lobbyism and I probably should read it my Greta Thunberg first. Tomorrow, the European Parliament will decide whether fossil gas, nuclear, will be considered sustainable in the EU economy. EU taxonomy. But no amount of lobbyism and greenwashing will ever make it green. We desperately need real renewable energy, not false solutions. Hashtag not my taxonomy. Jay missed all that entire bit. It's too bad. Anyways, this from Bloomberg. Today, energy crisis gives new life to polluting 50-year-old Swedish oil-fed power plant. And the Karl Sham plant, you see the highlight below, which was only used occasionally in the past, is now being called upon regularly to help plug a shortage in the south of Sweden after several nuclear reactors were decommissioned over the past few years. Fucking terrible. What's also terrible is the fact that Jay never heard my Greta Thunberg voice as I was.
Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it.
It's okay, Jay. What
Unless you
I'm
want
going
me
to
to have a boner, don't do it.
Jay, I always want you to have a boner. Christian Schmidt, Patrick Mahomes reading 50 Shades of Grey. Does Patrick Mahomes here? I need to like actually hear what Patrick Mahomes sounds like.
Okay,
Hold
let's
on
do it.
second.
Let's see an interview with him. Oh, and his brother. You should do it like an interview of him or
Jackson Mahomes.
Yeah.
To be read. The dialogue is between him and Jackson Mahomes.
And Jackson Mahomes does it all in TikTok dances.
All right, let's see if we could do this. I am going to see if this works out.
Perfect. All right. Well,
it certainly looks like you're coming back to a little bit of a different world. Tyreek's gone and not.
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely going to be different in a sense, but I feel like we still have a strong foundation of guys that have been here over the last few years, and with Coach Reed, Coach Bieniemy, and then
Jay, I could definitely see that actually being a hit.
Well, it sounds like Kermit the Frog.
He does sound like Kermit. How did I not?
He sounds like Kermit the Frog.
Kermit the Frog. I can't fucking do it. That's the one. God, Jay, that's a tough one. That's a tough one.
That was your best shot at trying to do.
I'm gonna have to keep.
Oh my god! Yeah, you do.
I'm a guy like Coach Nagy back. I mean, it's someone.
Dude, Patrick Mahomes could absolutely do Kermit the Frog.
Oh, for sure. He could definitely do Kermit the Frog.
What the fuck is that, Jay? That is the worst fucking.
I'm not doing Kermit the Frog. I'm doing Patrick Mahomes.
Okay. All right. So Patrick Mahomes reading 50 Shades of Grey. There's that image. So Samuel L. Jackson reading 50 Shades.
Whip and hooks on my nipples.
I would pay extra money for that. 100%.
Essentially. God damn it. I'm the only one fucking drinking. Again.
Jay, I'm drinking coffee at night. I'm gonna stay up all night.
For fuck's sake.
So with that being said, Jay, it looks like the walls are closing in on Trump yet again.
Inshallah.
Inshallah.
It's gonna finally happen.
Which actually means it's not gonna happen every time
you say inshallah. Anytime a parent says inshallah to their kid in Arabic, it's like it's never gonna happen.
It's never gonna happen.
If God wills it, it will happen.
So apparently the walls paid by Mexico are finally closing in on Donald Trump. There have been numerous pieces basically saying that an indictment is imminent. An indictment, Jay, is imminent. It's going to happen. They finally got him. He's finally going to go to prison. And above all, he won't be president he won't run for president in 2024. Am I getting that right, Jay? Is that what's happening? It's because
that's the end game that they're trying to do. Absolutely, right. It is. They're trying to make it where he is no longer eligible to run by putting some of this garbage on him. It really is. I mean, if Hillary had that server with all sorts of like classified information that people could hack into, and she still ran in 2016.
Not only that, she wasn't fucking prosecuted for it.
At all.
James Comey literally came in front. He literally came in front of the press and said, "We are going to not prosecute Hillary Clinton for having her own email server and basically violating What was that? What was that rule? Was it record? Was it a records or violation? I don't know what the fuck
it was. She violated some law, but the funny thing is,
the Public Records Act or something like
that.
And
the one thing that Trump really lost at is like after he won, he's like, "Oh, we're not going to prosecute her. We're not going to do anything. We're not going to go after." That was totally wrong, especially because of how they opened the Mueller report on some chumped up bullshit. Like that is one of his biggest mistakes that he ever made. He should have just went so fucking hard, went after the Clintons. People would have been so behind him if he did some shit like that.
So Jay, somehow, some way, what I am hearing essentially 100%. Is that you're saying that Trump should have gone full fascist dictator before his opponents could.
Absolutely.
Which is really funny considering the fact that they constantly accuse Trump of being a fascist dictator. And they just look, it is wild. I actually got Emily sent me this clip, this tweet the other day. And it was basically from like 1945 about how the communists in particular. This is from like a directive from the Communist Party in the U.S. And that is that there's like video footage of this. I gotta go find it. It seems very like boomery and memey. So like it's like right up our alley.
Absolutely, it is
right up our alley. But you watch it, and you're like, holy shit, this is crazy. Let me make sure I have this bookmark because while we are on the subject, this Spencer, can you hop in here? Spencer, our producer, who's like literally has his dick out on his camera like he's Jeffrey Toobin. Spencer, put it away.
Well, he's in college. So
are you actually back in college?
Yeah. Can you see the fucking flag behind him?
Hey, that doesn't mean that he's back in college.
Yes, it does. I mean, look at it. It looks like a fucking prison. Look at this.
Oh yeah, that's definitely college. Yeah, and
I'm always so fucking like I'm amazed by like how college students go live in dorms. It's absolute horseshit. It's garbage.
DC is literally a prison. How's it feel to be back in DC, Spencer?
Oh, it's great. The humidity sucks, but it's great.
Yeah, you excited for year 2 in college?
I'm definitely excited. I'm just waiting for the chaos to ensue. This place is gonna fucking go ape shit in November. Whatever's gonna happen with the midterms is gonna be wild.
Are you registered to vote?
In California,
so your choices.
I never stopped any Dem or Republican before.
Basically.
Okay, I found the clip. I'm gonna share it. Spencer, you're welcome to watch, but may God help you if you stay on this fucking stream. All right. Just listen to this.
In 1943, the following directive was issued from party headquarters to all communists in the United States. It read,
why do they all sound like that? That's so crazy.
You think it's because of the audio quality? I love the way that these videos sound. They're impeccable.
It's insane. They're so good.
In the United States.
It's probably because they were less retarded and knew how to pronounce words properly.
Yes, they probably enunciated.
Exactly.
Or me.
Or us.
Yeah.
Or we.
Or we.
When certain obstructionists become too irritating, label them after suitable buildups as fascist or Nazi or anti-Semitic, and use the prestige of anti-fascist and tolerance organizations to discredit them. In the public mind, constantly associate those who oppose us with those names which already have a bad smell. The association will, after enough repetition, become fact in the public mind.
Unfucking real, right, Jay?
No, it's the typical playbook of
it is the typical playbook, but the
intelligence agencies and stuff like that trying to.
But the fact that it's from like 1945. It's been going on for that long, and people haven't caught on to it.
Well, because
most people haven't caught on to it.
People are retarded, and honestly, I still think what needs to happen, just like when my mom came to live with me for like 3 months, and like she went through boot camp and shit. I think your mom needs to do the same thing.
Inshallah.
Does she still watch CNN? Did she cry when
No, it's MSNBC. I don't think she watches.
Oh my
CNN.
God.
Although I will say this, and this is something that actually was quite remarkable, because the last time I saw my folks in DC, the last time I went up there to visit, we had a good talk. I think at least I could tell I could see like a crack in the dam there, because my mom at least admitted to me that she was just so disillusioned in Biden. I was like, let's fucking go. Like, and
it's
then
almost
like,
there. It's almost
there. It's coming along. It's coming along.
Come. But does she hate me?
No. Why would she hate you?
No. Okay, good. Well, I was just saying that, like, did she think your radicalization ever had anything to do with me?
No.
She follows me on Instagram.
Habibi, it's never about you. It's not always about you and your ass eating, Jay. Okay?
It's all about me.
Yeah. But mom she's coming along. But getting back to the fact that getting back to the fact that the walls are closing in on Donald Trump. This is what the Daily Beast wrote, and I want you to just like appreciate just how sure they are. This is Brad Moss saying it's over. Trump will be indicted.
Can I just say that Brad Moss is like one of the biggest fucking pussies on Twitter? Like, he is absolutely a fucking piece of fucking shit. He really is. He's so garbage. He's so garbage. It's insane.
He's one of these Twitter attorneys that is just, and maybe our resident Twitter attorney Lib Damian Toll can tell us what his actual thoughts on the manner on this guy. But like all the Twitter attorneys that you see on there that like have massive followings, they get like constantly great engagement. They are oftentimes the dumbest people on that website, which is really saying something. Which is really
and they get screenshot on that one account. Was it Bad Legal Takes? Those are my favorite.
Yes.
Those are my favorite.
It's a good one. It's a great one. Shout out to Bad Legal Takes. So Brad Moss is in the subheader. There is little left for the Justice Department to do but decide whether to wait until after the midterms to formally seek the indictment from the grand jury. And these are the 3 points that he summarized in that. This is what on the affidavit that Trump was in unauthorized possession. Let me zoom in there. Trump was in unauthorized possession of national defense information, namely properly marked classified documents. He was put on notice by the U.S. government that he was not permitted to retain those documents at Mar-a-Lago. He continued to maintain possession of the documents and allegedly undertook efforts to conceal them in different places throughout the property up until the FBI finally executed a search warrant earlier this month. And then, Jay, what has actually happened since is that we had that tweet of all those documents being taken, the photo that was taken of this is DOJ filing. You saw this, or did you see this?
Yeah, I saw this.
Yeah. Okay. So people are looking at this and basically saying Trump was hoarding our national security secrets. Let it be known, he's still the, when you leave the Oval Office as president, it's not like you don't also it's not like you also lose your security clearance. He still has security clearance. He still can get intelligence briefings.
Right. Same thing with Obama. Same thing with Bill Clinton. Same thing with
Bush.
George W. Bush. They all are able to get top secret information and have the clearance to obtain it.
I actually
That's why a lot of people see this as bullshit.
So there's obviously the two-factor fold right there. That this obviously of all the things that people have been upset about, that it's literally the bare minimum violation. It sounds like, at least to me, like of all the things that you could have gotten Trump on, like him holding on to records like an overdue library book, that's going to be what gets him into prison.
Right. It's fucking hilarious. It's so fucking funny.
Go ahead.
No, I'm like it, and it goes per course to all of these fucking news outlets and stuff that always like to turn shit up to 11 when it comes to Trump. Always. And it really showed their hand that they can go to 11 over the most mundane shit and then stay silent over all the shit that's been happening under Biden or happening with Hunter Biden or any of this type of stuff. I mean, if there was just 2% of what was going on with Hunter Biden was happening with one of Trump's kids, we would never hear the end of it. Can you imagine? Can you fucking imagine if Twitter and Facebook dethrottled or blocked stories about one of Trump's kids doing shady shit, paying whores to go and sniff fucking cocaine off of his shit? Like, it's insane.
Hold on. What about the fucking Ashley Biden diary? Okay.
Right.
Ashley Biden diary, in which she literally states, and I quote here, hold on, let me put this up, that she was hypersexualized at a young age. And here, I can get the full quote here. Just give me a moment. One moment. It's like telling you
an eternity later.
An eternity later. It is. Oh, here we go. Let's zoom in on that. Oh God, I missed it. This is. Look at this bit. Was I molested? The author writes, I think so. I can't remember the specifics, but I do remember trauma. Hypersexualized at a young age. I remember being somewhat sexualized with Caroline. I remember having sex with friends at a young age. Showers with my dad. Probably not appropriate. What the fuck? Do we have a literal? Well, obviously we do, but Jay, not only does this teeter along the lines of like, it's not, well, we can't obviously, but based on this diary, we can't assume too much. But we've always known that Joe Biden's a creepy motherfucker, right?
Oh, for sure. I mean, absolutely. The way he,
but Jay, literally,
kids,
yeah, no, it's all fucking, it's all so fucking weird. But the fact that, like, if this was, just think about it for a moment. If this was a story, like,
I do that to 22-year-olds. I don't do that to like 12, 14-year-olds. I mean, it's fucking, and not only that, like 8 and 9-year-olds.
Consenting,
it's fucking
Jay, consenting 22-year-olds. You just made this weird.
It's so fucking weird. It's absolutely fucking weird.
It's
like,
so
he
weird.
goes up to him, the way he sniffs their hair, or like goes so close up to their face and like whispers shit.
Yeah,
right. Like one of his lips that touch their cheeks and shit. Like, it's
literally. All right, so Dan wants pizza. Steals the words out of my mouth because Jay interrupted the shit out of me. But basically, imagine if this was Ivanka's diary. Exactly. Imagine if this was Ivanka's diary. This is the type of shit you look at and you're like, there's no fucking way that the president of the United States did this. And if he did, maybe there would be a fucking shitstorm, a media shitstorm, followed by probably prosecutions. I don't even know what the fucking, like, I don't know if there's like a statute of limitations on this shit. Maybe it's not even, maybe they didn't break any laws, but like, Jay, this is some weird fucking shit.
Oh no, it is. I mean, it's so weird. And the stuff that's come out from Hunter Biden's laptop and stuff is weird as fuck as well. And not only weird as fuck, but also corrupt as shit. And it's not a bigger story. That's the weirdest fucking thing.
There was literally a pair in Florida, shout out Florida, that was convicted for stealing Ashley Biden's diary. You get this, right? Like, this happened within the last week. That at least confirms the existence of a diary. Okay? They were convicted for stealing the diary and selling it to Project Veritas, or I don't know if Project Veritas tried to do this, but maybe the people that stole the diary were trying to sell it to the Trump 2020 campaign. The Trump campaign said, no, we don't want it. So I mean, either it's not legit. Maybe the Trump campaign just was like, we're not going to get into it. We're not going to get that dirty. Or they didn't think it was legit. Could be one of those.
Yeah,
two
it could be. It could be one or the other. But
So
I mean,
we can't fully say this is all legit, but if it's true, supremely fucked up.
Right. And it feels true. You know what they like to say?
It feels true. It
seems
feels
true. It feels
seems
true. Yeah. It's like, fuck these people, man.
It's so
It's
bad.
fucking insane. If it was any, like he was saying Ivanka's diary, or even like rumored to be Ivanka's diary, they will run it like it's absolute fucking fact. And
This
the
is gaslighting.
fact-checkers would not even fucking care.
This is gaslighting at its finest, or as we like to call asslighting. Not to mention the fact that in addition to all of this, there was a report circulating the interwebs over the last week. There's our resident Twitter lawyer lib Damian Toll saying, retweet if you think it sounds true, as my favorite Occupy Democrats tweet said. They really are the greatest. They're the great.
Absolutely, they are.
Great.
It's
Those
so
are
good. You should just go follow it for
let's just go.
the fucking humor.
For the fucking humor, let's just go look it up. Occupy Dems. Let's hope they didn't block it.
Let's just look at their latest tweet. It will blow your mind.
Give me a second. I'm pulling it up. All right. Occupy Democrats. Is it this one? 22 minutes ago. Breaking. Stacey Abrams flips the table on Republican Governor Brian Kemp at tonight's debate after he accuses her of voter fraud, reminding him that when she sued him, a federal judge found that he illegally canceled over 34,000 voter registrations. Retweet to thank Stacey Abrams.
And isn't it hilarious when they start claiming voter fraud or talking about voter mishandlement and all this type of bullshit, that it seems like it's totally normal to say that. It's totally normal to say that there's illegitimate fucking SCOTUS nominations, illegitimate fucking, appointees, illegitimate fucking voting, illegitimate this, illegitimate that. And then when you question the 2020 election, you are undemocratic. You are a threat to fucking.
You're the conspiracy theorist. You are the conspiracy theorist. All right, here's another gem from Occupy Democrats, probably ghostwritten by Damian Toll himself. Breaking news: the Justice Department reveals that the FBI found classified documents inside of a Mar-a-Lago desk drawer right next to Trump's passports, which will be "quote unquote" relevant evidence in its looming criminal case against Trump. Retweet if you think that Trump is guilty of sin.
Oh shit! It's so good. I love it.
It never gets old. So with that all happening, and Trump probably and the walls closing in on Trump, we have to highlight. Oh, Hank Habibi says, retweet if you think Siraj should be Donnie Trump's cellmate and Gitmo. I hit the retweet button on that shit. That's
all day long.
I think of it. Me and Donnie Trump, cellmates and Gitmo. We would have a phenomenal Gitmo podcast. You know that?
Oh, absolutely. Holy shit.
Probably better internet than I ever get in my own house.
For sure. That is 100% for sure.
Do you think Trump would be able to I think Trump would talk about ass eating, right?
Trump? Well, for sure. I think so too. Yeah, he would. Like if I started asking him about it, just like I did Ben Shapiro, like he would definitely just talk about it. Absolutely.
Check out our locals if you want more on that little tidbit. So here we go. Politico reported this a week ago, and we didn't get to this because we had a guest on the show last week.
Which Spencer completely fucked up on.
Yeah,
like I have to really mention this, that he pulled the worst fucking clips whatsoever. He pulled clips that it's like, yeah, I agree. Yeah, that's right. Yeah. No.
You're talking about Batya. I'm talking about Alex.
Batya. No. Batya's interview with us the first time when the Afghan withdrawal happened, like you were supposed to clip the way she was justifying the shit that was going down as the withdrawal was happening. Like she couldn't differentiate between the two. Like you can say the withdrawal and the way it was happening is wrong while still saying that we should be out there, out of there. You can do that. You can do both those things at once. But instead, Spencer, I think it's a Jewish conspiracy.
Here comes the anti-Semitism.
And I have a whole WhatsApp group like dedicated to this.
Of course you do. Of course you do. Yeah, I knew it. Anyways, this Politico story where the tweet reads, the Trump administration pressured the FDA to authorize unproven treatments for COVID-19 and the first COVID-19 vaccines on an accelerated timeline, according to a House report released Wednesday. And
it's my pronunciations. I'm really good at it.
Hold on. What did you even say, Jay? I missed that. Deficiate? Defecate? Deficiate. Defecate. Deficiate. I'm gonna have to go back and read and watch what exactly you said in order to make fun of you. My God. Rory Mesker says, Jay, I thought you learned your lesson about after your comments on Jews the other week. Oh my God. Okay. All right. So Jay, defibrillate. All right. So this kind of got brought. This is one of those stories that I feel like was underreported. Okay. And I don't think that Spencer, you're fucking fired for this banner. What the fuck is this? What? That is literally not what I'm going to say at all. Okay, we know that Trump mishandled things with COVID. He trusted Fauci too much. He didn't act quickly enough to shut down the country. I'm sorry, shut down the borders of the country, not shut down the country itself. If he had shut down the borders, we wouldn't need a fucking shutdown. We wouldn't. Jay, we literally would not need a fucking about not even American citizens are allowed back.
We never needed a lockdown to begin with.
We never
needed it. It didn't even need to happen like that. Like locking down businesses, locking down schools, locking down like fucking children being able to go and hang out and be in schools and learning and all that kind of stuff and ruining hundreds of thousands of businesses. None of that needed to happen at all.
None of it.
And you finally have CDC like admitting to the shit that they did. And honestly, when you look at it and when you think about it, it's like they did it on purpose to tank the economy.
It's all by design. Jay, it absolutely is by design.
Absolutely, it's by design.
I don't even need one of these. I don't even need one of these anymore because that's what we said.
Was
everything we said. At least in, I don't know, maybe not at the time, but like as we learn new information, we didn't actually dismiss all that shit outright.
Yeah.
If we thought something was ridiculous, which there were times in which we definitely did, we at least didn't rule out the possibility that maybe the other side has it right. We didn't.
No, and not only that.
Spencer's gonna pull clips of basically me saying, "Oh, Anthony Fauci, please let me come on HPH and let me suck your dick." Yum, 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 yum. That's what Spencer's gonna do.
Absolutely, he is. And the one thing I regret most during that period was actually defend Fauci from time to time, and that is one of my worst moments because Fauci is a fucking bureaucratic snake. Absolutely. 100%. That is essentially. That's what he is. And that's what he still is. When they say that they follow the science, it's absolute horseshit. Absolute horseshit that they say that they follow the science.
Science is euphemism for politics. They're following the politics.
Because if you really follow the science, you would not have closed down the schools. You will not have allowed businesses with the age group of 35 to whatever to close down. You would really just go ahead and warn the elderly and warn people who are severely overweight and fat as shit and need to fucking go onto a fucking treadmill and go on a fucking diet because they'll die anyways. It's not just COVID that's going to kill them. It's also the fact that they're fat as shit and unhealthy as shit. You do not close the country over healthy people for the vulnerable pieces of shit that like to play victimhood like Taylor Lorenz. You don't do that.
And she is one of the worst offenders.
So it was so stupid.
One of the worst offenders. So there has been some discussion on this particular aspect in which they're trying to change the narrative about the COVID vaccine. Jay, here's what I'm thinking. I think they discovered something wrong with the vaccine, and that they are trying to get ahead of that by basically blaming Trump for rushing the vaccine. I mean, they literally used the term unproven treatments for COVID-19, treatments that actually ended up working. It wasn't
and the funny thing is like when you mentioned that during the pandemic, when you say these are unproven, when you say they didn't go through the proper testing, when you say all of this type of stuff, you are a conspiracy theorist. You're an anti-vaxxer. You are demonized. You are all of this type of shit. And and now, like you're saying, they're trying to flip it in order to make it seem like Trump did all of this, and all of this didn't even matter, and all of this didn't even make any fucking sense, and all of this is to 100% blame on Trump.
Essentially. They're literally it's literally revisionist history. They are retconning the shit out of this. They want you to believe the narrative now because they think you're too dumb to remember it.
Right. And people who watch MSNBC are that fucking dumb.
Yeah, and CNN. But I will say this, okay? There's that possibility that they want to get ahead of the story. But the other theory that I have, Jay, and this is one that I haven't really said much about, but do you think it's almost like a ploy to try to get Trump supporters to then unironically support the vaccine, say the vaccine was a good thing, and then all get the vaccine, and thus more and more people be vaccinated, thus fulfilling the World Economic Forum's prophecy to basically plant the chip in all of us? And
probably 100%.
Essentially.
God. I did it to myself. But the thing is
getting at its finest, Jay.
No, it is. And I think the one thing that like the Trump tards and the MAGA hats and all that kind of stuff really had a missed opportunity on when this first happened, and he was able to like really streamline the vaccine and try to get everything back open and try to help, is that they didn't praise that. Like, you can still be like, I'm not going to get the vaccine, but what he did was amazing because he was able to, try to get things opened up and all that kind of stuff. Where the problem lied was the way that the media used this to divide you between being a vaxxer and an anti-vaxxer. This is where the divide really started happening.
All right, so this is like a perfect segue here because Aaron Rodgers, quarterback for the Green Bay Packers, went on Joe Rogan this week, and I have a little clip here that we can watch together. If you haven't watched it, highly recommend. First of all, Aaron Rodgers, base as fuck. I have to say, Aaron Rodgers, he is not the most based. There are moments in the podcast where I'm hearing him like, Aaron, slow your fucking roll. Like, and also Joe Rogan gets on, and look, Joe Rogan is liberal. As much as people want to say that he's like base, like he is still definitely liberal. Like their praise of Obama was just a little over the top. It was like on the
it was like a white guilt sucking black dick.
Yeah,
like that's what it was.
A little bit. So let's watch this a little bit. This is from the beginning of the podcast.
Hindsight is 20/20, right? We're looking at it from after it's over. And so many people, they just bought the narrative that was being promoted by CNN and MSNBC and wherever, that if you get vaccinated, you can't get COVID, you can't spread COVID. That was the narrative.
And that's my thing. Listen, I get it. Like, you want to test everybody every day? Cool. Yeah. That's fine. You don't want to keep people safe if that's the benchmark for it. But as we look back now, let's not revise history. Let's not revise history on what actually happened and what was said. Because what was said was, you get the vax, you can't spread it or contract it.
And no one seems upset that was a lie, including Birx, who has said that she had always known that it was not going to stop transmission and it was not going to stop people from spreading it, which is wild. She would say, we knew that you were still going to get it, even if you got vaccinated, which is, no one said that.
No.
So just quick point on that, Jay, because I don't recall anyone that is that like a new revelation that Deborah Birx knew that even with the vaccine, people were still going to get, like, did you know about that? I feel like it hasn't been really reported that much.
No, it hasn't, and that's what's really fucked up. It's really fucked up that you have this absolute bombshell, and it happens time and time and again because it doesn't go towards the narrative that they want. But this is a fucking bombshell happening, and it's landing on your lap, and you're refusing to really report on it and hit on it. That the fact that they knew that the vaccine would not stop spread, but said that it would stop it 98% of the time, or some bullshit fucking statistic that they just brought out of their fucking ass. And because they say that they're the experts and they say that they're the fucking scientists, we're supposed to take their words as fucking gospel. It is a play on words that is supposed to legitimize a fucking lie to support a narrative. And that is how they use experts in articles and in stories, how they use science in articles and stories, just as a lie to push a fucking narrative.
It's really disgusting. All right, let's watch the rest of this.
Pandemic of the unvaccinated.
Yeah.
The what do they call the winter? The winter of death or whatever for the non-vaxxed.
I saved that. Winter of death and suffering.
Yeah.
It's like they were Game of Thrones. Like they were talking about the fucking White Walkers coming. Winter of death. I mean, Jesus Christ. It's so wild because at that point when they had said that, we had already realized, like, oh, this is 78% of the people hospitalized were obese. Most of the people that died were either obese or very overweight or very old.
Comorbidities.
Yeah, 4 comorbidities. At least 4 for like more than 50% of the people.
Yeah. So,
but you can't fat shame. That's the thing. You can't fat shame.
You can't. Well, yeah. It's almost like they set the precedent early on. You can't fat shame, and if it's almost Jay, it's almost like all of this is by design.
No, but it is, and you don't even need to wear that. You don't even need to wear that.
I just wanted to put it on because I like putting it on. It makes it warms my head up.
It helps stop the alien transmissions into your brain.
The infidel transmission into my brain. Yeah, Jay, they fucking ran. They dragged Rogers through the fucking mud. If anybody I don't expect everyone to watch Joe Rogan, but like. The one thing that was illuminating about that, and I didn't know this, I don't know if you knew this, Jay, was about Rogers' allergy to polyethylene glycol, which is in the Pfizer and Moderna mRNA vaccines for COVID. And at that time, he mentions that the only other option that he could have taken was the Johnson & Johnson vaccine, but they pulled it because of blood clots. So what was he supposed to do? Everybody knew that he was unvaccinated because he was saying he had this yellow wristband, which basically the NFL mandated is like, if you are unvaccinated, you have to wear a yellow wristband. If you're vaccinated, you wear a green wristband. Maybe that's just a Packers or Green Bay Packers policy. But in any event, people that had no problem that he was unvaccinated. It wasn't until that he went to like a gathering of like 18 with 18 other people in like a big ass warehouse, and was caught for that, where he was fined, that people were saying that, oh, Aaron Rodgers lied to the public about being vaccinated because what he said was he was immunized. And after that, I mean, like there was no follow-up. No reporters followed up with him on that about what he meant by being immunized. So even if he had like all of these different like treatments for COVID. Hold on. Oh, we have a visitor. Oh, we have a visitor.
Let's see him. It is the Caliphate himself, the Sheikh, the King, the urn.
Oh, look at him.
He's right there.
Look at him, Ernie. Hi, bud.
Look at that little guy. Look at him.
What do you want to say to the people?
It's funny how like he doesn't. Well, he does bark from time to time, but I can't wait to see him when I come down to Florida.
Which is next week, by the way. To the Habibi.
Is it next week? Oh shit! It is next week. Oh damn!
Ernie, you gonna see Uncle Jay?
Yep, I got an outfit for Florida. Absolutely amazing. It's like leopard shorts and a polo with pink flamingos. It's like it's so Florida, man. Get it.
Got treats in it. Okay. So yeah, really messed up what they did to Aaron Rodgers. Also, did you see
not just him, but also Djokovic? No,
and
Djokovic.
But also Joe Rogan too.
Like he can't even go to he is the number 1 seed tennis player. Like he is conditioned as a top motherfucking elite. Like his body, his conditioning, his fucking diet, all of that is like on a level that none of us can even fucking conceive. And they're like, you cannot play in the U.S. Open because you're unvaxxed. Well, you have fucking
dude. In 2022, they're saying this.
It's so fucking mind-boggling.
The pandemic is fucking over. How are we still enforcing these fucking rules? How are we still doing it?
Because they cannot admit that they were fucking wrong. That's why.
That is actually true.
They cannot admit it. They were the experts. They were the medical professionals. They were the ones that were supposed to set the policy. They were the ones who were supposed to set the rules. Their word was fucking it. Period. Done. This is what it is. But they were wrong. They were wrong as a motherfucker, and we have generations of kids that are going to fucking suffer because of this. We have economies that are not going to recover for fucking decades because of this. We have all of these issues that are going to really manifest in the next like fucking year to 6 months or whatever because of these fucking pieces of shit that are not going to be held accountable whatsoever for lying and for being absolute garbage, trash, shit.
Couldn't have said it better myself. Also, while we're on the subject of Joe Rogan, and we talked obviously about the Hunter Biden laptop story, the Ashley Biden diary. By the way, real quick, just before we get into this little clip here, did you know, Jay, that the FBI agent who was accused of running interference on the Hunter Biden laptop actually resigned today? Yeah. So
it's just a coincidence.
It's Timothy Tebow. He is no longer with the Tebow.
It's a coincidence.
Just
a little coincidence. It's like oh.
So Mark Zuckerberg,
how Leo and fucking Scorpio align. It's just a coincidence.
So
magic.
You fucking astrology piece of shit. Mark Zuckerberg goes on Joe Rogan and he tells him that the FBI in 2020 approached him and Facebook about Hunter Biden's laptop. Let's listen on this clip.
How do you guys handle things when they're a big news item that's controversial? Like there was a lot of attention on Twitter during the election because of the Hunter Biden laptop story. The New York
we
Post.
had that too.
Yeah, so you guys censored that as well?
So we took a different path than Twitter. I mean, basically the background here is the FBI, I think, basically came to us, some folks on our team, and was like, hey, just so you know, like you should be on high alert. We thought that there was a lot of Russian propaganda in the 2016 election. We have it on notice that basically there's about to be some kind of dump of that's similar to that. So just be vigilant. So our protocol is different from Twitter's. What Twitter did is they said you can't share this at all. We didn't do that. What we do is we have if something is reported to us as potentially misinformation, important misinformation. We also have this third-party fact-checking program because we don't want to be deciding what's true and false. And for I think it was 5 or 7 days when it was basically being determined whether it was false. The distribution on Facebook was decreased, but people were still allowed to share it. So you could still share it, you could still consume it.
So when you say the distribution is decreased,
it got shared.
How does that work?
It basically, the ranking in newsfeed was a little bit less.
Jay, that's basically fancy talk of saying, yeah, we suppressed the story. Go fuck yourself.
No, absolutely.
It's called a ranking.
that's what they have. They have that kind of power. And the thing is like he's admitting it. He's admitting that they have absolutely no oversight onto what they want to promote or suppress or cancel or fucking say you got to delete for whatever fucking reason. And the fact that it has come out to be true, that the story was true, and you had pieces of fucking garbage like Jake Taper, who would come out and say, "Oh, all New York Post has to do is delete the story."
All they have to do is delete the tweet.
You're a fucking journalist. You're a journalist who's saying like you have to delete the story that is legitimate just to get back on Twitter, instead of being outraged on what the fuck was going on and how they were suppressing truthful information for the people to consume. That in itself just shows me you're not a real fucking journalist. And journalism itself is a fucking facade. It is a fucking cover. It's a mask that they put on for being absolute fucking disgusting activists for narrative and policies. And I'm not just saying this as somebody who rags on CNN. It's also Fox. It's Newsmax. It's fucking whatever it is where you claim to be a journalist. Your organization has either now or in the past, or is continuing to do what it wants to do in order to support a narrative that it approves of.
Okay, so what I was gonna say is that imagine if Jake Taper was the journalist who got locked out of his account for sharing the Hunter Biden story, and then imagine some journalist corporate journal saying, "Oh, all you have to do, Jake, is just delete the tweet, and you can get."
Jake would be in his DMs threatening him, saying, "Like, do you know who I am? Do you not know who I am?" That's the person that Jake Taper is. He's a fucking piece of shit. That is what he is.
Okay, so let's get back to this. Why can't I see it?
But what was really hilarious is when the article on The Wired came out about me, and I was talking about how been.
Oh, you mean on the rap?
Brian Steller is a little bitch clown and all that kind of stuff. When that came out, Jake Taper actually followed me.
He followed me after the. He followed me after the. What's it called? The Fox News Vince Vaughn.
Oh, that was so good.
The Fox News Vince Vaughn flap. Oh, Hockey Art is here. He comes in. He says, Pakistani accent time. Thank you, sir. Your Toronto Blue Jays are beating the shit out of my team. They're beating shit out of my Boston Red Sox. I went
to an Angels game. I went to an Angels game yesterday. Drank a bottle of bourbon. I got fucked up. And it was amazing because at the Angels Stadium, half of them were Yankees fan.
Yeah,
it was Angels.
Angels fans don't really exist yet. You know this.
No, they're shit. They're so shit. Like I was over there watching them just like fucking in despair. And I'm like, oh my God, I love this. Like, yes, whatever team is playing against the Angels, I'm going to wear their jersey and just go there and watch these people. Oh my God. The guy touches the ball with the bat and they fucking come in their pants like they did something amazing. Oh, it was so good. And the whole time I was ragging on the first baseman for not catching an easy fucking ball. Like it was so easy. So every time the Yankees first baseman did it, I'm like, that's how you do it. I hope the Angels management team is taking notes. Holy shit.
Jay, what's probably going to happen? You teach them how to catch a ball and then also teach them how to eat ass, and then they owe you double. They owe you a roster spot.
Right. They really do. I mean, in Lebanon, we used to play hot potatoes with like fucking grenades and shit.
That sounds actually very on brand.
Oh my god, it's so on brand.
Let's watch. So the rest of this clip, okay?
So fewer people saw it than would have otherwise. So it definitely.
all right. Just for a little bit of context, if you're just tuning in, which maybe for some of you,
it got shared.
How does that work?
It basically the ranking in newsfeed was a little bit less.
Hunter Biden laptop story, for the record, got shared less. It didn't have as wide distribution as it probably could have.
So fewer people saw it than would have otherwise. So it definitely.
By what percentage?
I don't know off the top of my head, but it's meaningful. But I mean, basically,
100%, Jay.
Essentially,
a lot of people were still able to share it. We got a lot of complaints that was the case. Obviously this is a hyper political issue. So depending on what side of the political spectrum, you either think we didn't censor it enough or censored it way too much. But we weren't sort of as black and white about it as Twitter. We just kind of thought, hey, look, if the FBI, which I still view as a legitimate institution in this country, it's like very professional law enforcement.
All right, that's obviously a big red flag right there.
Absolutely.
Anyone who has respect for the FBI, I don't really have respect for. I lose a little respect. I'm sorry. Not sorry, but you get the idea.
They come to us and tell us that we need to be on guard about something, then I want to take that seriously.
Did they specifically say you need to be on guard about that story?
No, I don't remember if it was that specifically, but it basically fit the pattern.
So what we're seeing here, Jay, is that Mark Zuckerberg, look, this is ass-lighting at its finest, Jay. Ass-lighting
absolutely
at its finest, because literally, Jay, we are being told what happened, and Mark Zuckerberg is saying, you know what? We didn't do it exactly like Twitter, but we did the exact fucking thing. The same fucking thing. It's just so sad. We got a few more stories that we got to cover as well, because of course I pulled a real doozy here and just decided to log jam every single story we could possibly talk about and try to cover everything. I think we got I didn't even talk about the one thing that I thought was probably the most egregious shit, and that is President Biden is basically continuing his little war on the American people. Have you been paying attention to exactly what this motherfucker has been saying? Look at this shit.
And for those brave right-wing Americans who say it's all about keeping America's independent and safe. If you want to fight against the country, you need an F-15. You need something a little more than a gun. No, I'm not joking. Think about this. Think about the rationale we use.
You have Joe Biden, President Applesauce,
saying that he will use F-15s against American citizens if they wanted to bring up arms. That is what he's saying. He's saying that the American government would use F-15s against its own people,
which is quite amazing, considering that literally said on the 1-year anniversary after the U.S. military was driven out of Afghanistan by the Taliban with only guns. And obviously a few suicide vests too. But
yeah, of course. And Allah Akbars. And Allah on their side.
Allah on their side. They obviously had Allah on their side.
No, it's so fucking funny, the rationale that they try to push in order for you to like fucking just comply, give up as many rights as you can because they're going to take care of you. Which, I mean, it sounds like they will with an F-15.
It's fucking wild. Here's Karine Jean-Pierre, the White House press secretary. This is what she said today.
The president thinks that there is an extremist threat to our democracy. The president has been clear as he can be on that particular piece when we talk about a democracy, when we talk about our freedoms. The way that he sees is the MAGA Republicans are the most energized part of the Republican Party. This is an extreme threat to our democracy, to our freedom, to our rights.
Yeah, going and voting is an extreme threat to democracy. Yes, like in encouraging your base to go and vote is an extreme threat to democracy. Absolutely, 100%.
Essentially. 100%.
Jesus Christ! I'm the only one drinking. This is absolutely this game that we play is rigged. Absolutely rigged, and I think you do it on purpose.
It's by design, Jay. We need a drunk Jay rant, and I need to get one before the end of the show. This is Kurt Bardella, who used to be with the GOP under Darrell Issa, and then he completely switched sides, became a full-on Democrat. Listen to what he has to say on MSNBC.
Chapter, which is leading us into the election, this fight for the soul of our country, the fight for the soul of democracy. We are watching right now a very radical and extreme Republican Party mirror what we have seen in other places like Nazi Germany, like other places like the Bolsheviks. We have seen this playbook before. We have seen a ruling party try to use things like propaganda, try to silence the free press, try to restrict what women can do. We have seen this playbook before, and it always ends disastrously for the majority of people that are subjected to that. That's what the warning signs are that we're seeing from the president right now. He is
ass I don't want to eat.
You don't want to eat his ass, Jay?
No.
Big loss for Kurt Bardella.
Absolutely. I'm pretty sure he's never had his ass eaten either. Look at him. Look at this motherfucker. Dork is.
That's probably Jay, that's probably the face he makes when you eat his ass. Let's just be honest. That's that right there.
That's it right there. That is the face. 100%.
President right now. He is ringing the bell that we need to check in, pay attention, because this is a very dangerous line that the Republican Party is under full embrace of autocratic ways and means is nothing but disastrous, and we have to stop.
So Jay, that's
the grift is real.
The grift is real.
The grift is real. And these experts and like strategists and all this type of stuff, as long as you give them a paycheck, they will flip. They will flip their fucking, like, it is amazing to me that these people consider themselves principled until they get like a fucking check in their fucking hands. And then all of that stuff that they claim to be principled about goes out the window. When you're principled about something, when you believe in something, you don't flip on it for anything, for nothing. Just like I don't flip on anything about ass eating. I will, to my deathbed, promote it. If you're in a relationship, if you want to make it better, if you want to do anything in life, eat ass.
Essentially.
100. Oh, God. Fuck you.
Okay,
Fuck you.
so.
You do it on purpose. Fuck you.
Just a walking Viagra ad. There we go. Okay, so now to some fun stories, because we're tired of dealing with pretty much everyone, fucking us over. So let's catch up on some things, and basically people fucking each other at baseball games. Now,
okay, that was not me at the Angels game. That was not me.
This is a Blue Jays game. I can only assume this is Hakerat. He is getting his freak on, sir. Look at him. He is getting his freak on here. These are Blue Jay fans. They are doing it doggy style. They are doing it. He is super horny. Look at this man. What do you mean?
Oh man, that is. It looks. I don't know what's going on here. It's weird because it looks like she's pegging him.
That's why I say they are doing it doggy.
That looks like M and Siraj having sex.
Shit. That's one way to get the jabs is Dan wants pizza. That's yeah. You can get the jab by getting the peg. But it doesn't.
The headline was like allegedly.
Allegedly.
If you open it back up, it says it. Go back to the tweet.
Oh, the tweet?
Yeah, it says allegedly having sex.
Let's go to that.
It's right there. So
allegedly having sex.
For allegedly having sex.
Were they having sex or not? They are doing a doggy, sir.
You'd have no idea.
It's not sex. It is doing a doggy.
When you get penetrated by a strap-on, is it really sex? Are you having sex? You would know, Siraj.
That's true. And for all the people out there who are worried about premarital sex, it's not sex. It's not.
No,
you can't have a baby. You cannot have a baby from it. Okay.
That's why when I was in the Middle East, everyone. Anal was like the thing because they're like, as long as they're still a virgin, it's not haram.
Not haram. It's not haram. Okay.
Fucking burkas and shit. It's fucking insane.
This is literally all right. This is I don't know. Like we're gonna like zoom out of this, so like you can't see exactly what's happening here, but like we all know what's happening here. Jay, did you? It's like too far out. Yeah, I don't know if you could see what's happening there, but obviously you know what's happening there. It's up in the third, you know, the nosebleeds right there. Wow, this woman's getting a nosebleed. It is Jay. Baseball just I don't know if it's like post-COVID, like everybody's just horny as shit, and like, you know, wherever they can just get it, they can get it. Is that what we're seeing?
It could be. I mean, the back of a car in a hike trail, like it's anywhere and everywhere. It's fucking insane.
Yeah. Or do you think she was allegedly giving him a blowjob?
Allegedly.
Allegedly.
Yeah, the hot dog was there. She was eating a hot dog.
And also, so we have some sad news to report, Jay. Sad news. Okay, this is Leonardo DiCaprio broke up with his girlfriend. This is really just terrible news.
What is love?
Love is dead, Jay. Love is dead. He breaks up with his girlfriend Camilla Morone. Camilla, who, if you were not aware, turned 25 in June. So
good.
Make of that as you will, because it's some sad stuff, Jay. It's sad. It really is.
It really is.
That,
it really
that
is.
age,
And it goes. I mean, there is a like a trail and it's just insane because it can't be a coincidence how many times he's broken up with people once they get over the age of 25. Like it's
really bad, Jay. It's really bad. And
it's insane.
And if you zoom in on these, and Spencer, I'm really like relying on Spencer to not fuck up here, which he's obviously going to do and going to get fired for. But here, obviously, we have to go through some of these tweets because this is exactly the type of this is the type of content that we all deserve. Obviously, Sarah Lazarus tweets: maybe Leonardo DiCaprio hated 9/11 so much that he can't even date women who remember it. Did that ever even occur to you? Like I said, what the fuck? All right, so today also marks the 25th anniversary of Princess Diana's death. Okay, all right. And there is.
Oh shit! There's your side by side.
That's my side by side for the day. That's my side by side.
You retweeted yourself. I love it. That's so good.
I had to give it its play.
It's totally fine, man. It's totally okay.
Leonardo DiCaprio, when his girlfriends reach 25 years of age, just tosses them straight into a fire. Just fucking beautiful. But yes, I retweeted myself. Netflix is today is Netflix's 25th birthday. I want to thank people who got us here, the fans. And Mayo.
Oh my god!
Leonardo DiCaprio just canceled his subscription. There are too many good ones. The Los Angeles Times.
Yeah,
go click on that one. Los Angeles Times. No, do you see it right there? Come on, Spencer. It's right in front of you.
You do. You can. Leonardo DiCaprio, 47, and Camilla Morone. Take a guess. Have reportedly split.
Oh my god.
So
all right. What else we got? We have a bunch more, right?
Oh no, I'm sure, but Spencer's a fucking.
God damn it, Spencer.
Yeah, we have a bunch more, and it's.
No, I'm gonna fucking. I'll show you because Spencer, worst producer in the world. 9/11 turns 21. Leonardo DiCaprio.
Sup.
What else? This is a good one from Los BB right here. What the fuck are you doing? What? All right.
I gotta go.
Keenan. Okay.
I gotta go pee.
Okay, go pee. The girl Leonardo DiCaprio will dump when he's 72 was born today. What a fucking world we live in. Bridget Fantasy says, "Holy shit! I just realized it could be my daughter." And then the immediate follow-up. Scroll down, Spencer. Is fingers crossed. Just beautiful. Beautiful. All right. This one, Leonardo DiCaprio's girlfriend trying to get into his house on her 25th birthday. Oh my God. What else you got, Spencer? We have anything else? Oh, this is a good one. I got this one from Tom Neenan. Says Titanic turns 25 this year, at which point I assume Leonardo DiCaprio will no longer want to be in it. Another fucking gem. And then, did we get all of them? Leo 72, Netflix, Throwing the Fire. Yeah. No, maybe we got it. I hope we got it. Sarah Lazarus? Yeah, we already got that. There you go. Those are your Leonardo DiCaprio memes for that. One last story. We obviously have to highlight the fact that over the last few weeks, the list turned Ben Morrissey. If you follow the list on Twitter, go ahead and give it a follow. It's the list comes for all it comes. And basically we had the worst tweet of 2022 so far, the first 6 months, in which we actually found the worst. People voted on the worst tweet. We actually had a number one seed because, and I can't even read it, but I mean, I could read it, but we'll probably get banned and demonetized or all of that. But this is from Ayala Girl. She writes out, kiddie entertainment is created when people get paid to make kiddie entertainment. The rarer you make it, the more they get paid. The best way to protect children is to kill the economic demand. Flood the market with AI generated, freely accessible stuff that's created with zero harm to kids. Jay.
Yeah.
What the fuck? Did you congratulations to Ayala Girl, whoever the fuck you are, whatever. I congratulate you with the golden wood chipper that we will feed you into feet first.
I know it's absolutely fucking insane that they would actually think that something like this, somebody would actually think something like this would cure or fucking curb or whatever pedophilia. Like thinking, thinking like, oh, if you just release it as like fucking like anime or hentai or that type of stuff, that you're gonna curb fucking pedophilia. It's not gonna happen. People watch. No, I'm just playing.
Lore Master,
No. This is a sick way to think that people who are into pedophilia or into doing harm to children in that way actually cannot are born that way. That's the key that a lot of people are trying to like fucking push onto it, is that pedophilia, like that's why they call them minor attracted people or some shit like that as well. Maps.
Yeah.
And they do that in order to try and humanize them into thinking that this is a normal fucking disease, or it's not a disease, but it's like they're born that way. Like just like you can be gay or you can be a lesbian or a trans or whatever. And it's sickening. And a lot of people have called it out that's where it's trying to end up when you're talking about the alphabet cult and all that kind of stuff. And
it is a cult.
Oh no, 100% it's a cult. It's 100%. Oh fuck. How many times did I say it?
You said a lot, Jay.
Okay, but I'm not going to drink. Oh, okay, fine.
Lore Master says, Siraj, you already showed us your hentai collection. You cannot judge. I guess that is true.
That is
Jan
true.
says, everyone calls them, that goes into the wood chipper too. Trains Man 54 says that term gives a whole new meaning to the map song in Dora. Oh god.
Oh god.
Chipper. All right, that brings us to our final segment, which we were going to keep short and brief, and that's Ask Us Anything. It's our favorite segment. So Rumble, YouTube, Twitch, go ahead, get those questions in. While you do that, I'm going to go pee because I really have to pee.
Go pee. I mean, I did, and it felt fucking great. James Earl Jones reading 50 Shades of Grey would be hilarious. Well, especially if he did the breath thing too. that would be absolutely fucking epic. Ben Shapiro reading 50 Shades of Grey. That would go on really quick. Like that would go really, really quick. The guy likes to fucking speak in fucking 30,000 words a second. It's insane how quick he likes to talk. But I mean, I think you have to train yourself in order to do that more and more. Carl Ferris, are you guys excited for the fantasy football draft this Saturday? That you haven't forgotten about. I did not. I honestly didn't. And luckily it's Saturday. I honestly thought, okay, maybe I did forget because I thought it was Sunday. And on Sunday, I'm going to a friend's place and we're going to be like raving and all that kind of fucking shit. And I was still going to do it live while all that shit was happening in the background. And I was like either high as fuck, drunk as fuck, something as fuck. That was going to happen. But because it's Saturday, I'll probably be okay. I'll do all right. I would not do bad. Dan wants pizza. What are you drinking tonight, Jay? So I don't normally like Basil Hayden, but the Basil Hayden toast is actually really, really, really good. This is not bad whatsoever. It's pretty smooth. It's good. It's not as my favorite as Angel's Envy. But if they don't have Angel's Envy, get Basil Hayden toast. Don't get the normal Basil Hayden. The toast is a lot smoother. You can really, really drink it straight. It's really good. I enjoy it, and it's probably because I'm just like a fucking drunk at this point. But it's good. It's not bad. Prison Mitch, when, where, HabibiCon? So. HabibiCon was supposed to be in Florida next week. Unfortunately, we were not able to like really. It's like I'm saying, unfortunately, like it's a surprise that you and I couldn't plan it out properly. But anyone who's going to be in Tampa or Sarasota or anywhere next weekend is welcome to come meet up with me and Siraj. We're going to have a live episode together, 69ing as we always do, as always. And we're going to go and, have some fun around Florida and show me reasons why I should move there.
Exactly.
100%. God, fuck.
And Ernie will be there too, or at least you'll get to meet
him. I'm going to be with Ernie. I'm going to be in
Ernie is actually
Ernie. I'm going to be with Ernie.
Ernie is actually very popular in Florida. He's welcome everywhere, right, buddy? Right? He knows what's up.
Carl Ferris is coming in and saying not able to plan is Jay speak for didn't plan at all. That is a lie, sir. An absolute fucking lie. I was going on for months while I was still working my full-time job and trying to get a promotion, all that kind of shit. Was still trying to make sure that I could get a conference place, a hotel room, all that kind of stuff. But it just didn't happen as planned. And I really need to do these things like a year in advance. And it's fucking hilarious because with the company I'm working with now, we're doing an event in Vegas in November. And we were thrown in that shit in August. Mm-hmm. So I have from August to November to make sure that this is going to be like the best fucking show we've ever been to in our lives. And to be honest, I'm doing a pretty good fucking job.
Yeah, I think you're doing a great job. On Rumble, Be Brew 911. Nice. I do like the 911. Habibis, what color should the pedos get on the pride flag? How about deep red for the?
Oh my god!
For the color.
Oh my god!
For the color that comes out of the wood chipper.
Oh god, yes. I am 100% in agreement. 100% in agreement. Yes.
Gold Dalek says, "Do Habibis like seafood? Then Florida is the place."
Oh, is it really? I mean, I love seafood. I love seafood. Absolutely love it. I adore it. Just ask your mom.
Ernie's giving me a hug right now.
Are you guys live streaming the draft? We're gonna try. I mean, I did it last year, and then of course Siraj was supposed to be my co-manager, but he never accepted the fucking email verification.
Hey, I got my own team this year, so fuck off.
Oh shit, this is gonna be great. It's gonna be great. I loved how much Carl was like raging that I was like, I got up to like fucking third place in the league, and I've never done this before. I didn't know who the fuck I was picking, nothing. And Carl was like weeks into preparation for this fucking thing, which I'm pretty sure the day that draft ended, I mean the day that the fantasy league ended, he's been like frantically watching Bleacher Report on all these fucking different reports on different shit. And I'm just going to come here and just pick random fucking shit. That's all I'm going to do.
That's the way you got to do it. They lay out all the stats for you. It's not like you have to be an NFL junkie in order to get what's going on. I got skills.
I got skills. Unlike 9/11, Jay couldn't plan a convention.
All right, wow, Jay, we've gone long tonight. This was good. This was a fun time. This was
great.
Episode. I'm glad it was like getting back to the basics. Honestly, I miss kind of doing a lot of stories and like just shooting the shit.
I know, it was great. It honestly was. We were just loose as fuck. Yeah, I mean, one thing we didn't do was take off our shirts though.
But that's not in like the original game plan. We'll take our shirts off for them in person.
Oh yeah, together, 69ing. Way over 69 minutes.
So Habibi's oh god, Danielle. Siraj is definitely not used to going long.
True. I can tell you this as a matter of fact.
I had no comment to that. All right, Habibis. Well, that's been it for Habibi Power Hour. We hope you all have a great Labor Day weekend. We will probably be streaming the draft, so you might catch us over the weekend as well. Streaming the draft, at least the fantasy football draft of the Habibi League. As always, go follow us on Twitter. Go check out our locals community.
I do. It's your mother's left nipple.
Fuzzy says, "Suck one, Jay." Hope you all have a wonderful rest of the week. Gold Alex has turned Disneyland into Habibi Land, inshallah. Make sure you hit that like and subscribe button. We love y'all. Have a good night. Peace. Masalama.